and program specialist with Healthy Minds, and I'm really delighted to be practicing with you today. As we're waiting to get started, I would love to hear from you if you would share with me where you're from in the chat box, and maybe even just a word or two about what inspires you to come to practice together today. So, this is, of course, our effort to build a sense of community, to support people as we are on the path of navigating this global pandemic. And each week we've been practicing around a practice theme. And so, the practice theme this week is all about awareness. And awareness, simply put, is the capacity to know what's going on in our own minds. Awareness knows whether or not we're distracted, whether or not we're present and aware. We can know what's going on with our emotions, our thoughts, our sensations in our body. And awareness is a really important skill, and it's an important skill to self regulation. And we can learn how to practice training our minds to recognize this innate awareness through doing practices like we're going to do today, which is using awareness to work with sensations in the body. So as we're waiting just another moment to see who's here, I wanted to share a little bit about Healthy Minds Innovations. We're a nonprofit that's affiliated with the Center for Healthy Minds, a research institution at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And what we do is we take the scientific insights coming out of the Center for Healthy Minds and we translate it into tools to help both cultivate as well as measure well-being. All right, so let's see who we've got here today. So we've got people from Wisconsin and Italy, and I'm sure more coming. Very happy to see you're with me today to practice these skills of awareness. Now, the reason why I chose the body scan today is it's actually one of my favorite practices, and I think it's a great way of sort of just kind of like noticing what's going on with our well-being in our body, but I also find that it is quite relaxing, and I've had a lot of teaching this week. I don't know how your week is going. I know I'm here in Minneapolis and we're going to be diving into opening up retail, and things are changing, and having awareness around our thoughts and emotions and things that are kind of bubbling up as we're, transitioning into this new phase of the pandemic can be really helpful. So let's go ahead and start with our guided body scan. So we'll practice for about 20 minutes today, I think. All right, go ahead and get yourself in a comfortable position. And this might mean just placing both of your feet on the floor. See if you can just have a sense of being relaxed, yet alert in your body. Placing your hands gently in your lap. Closing your eyes if that feels good to you. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Allowing awareness to rest on the breath, feeling the breath coming in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do this a couple of times to ground yourself in a sense of being present in our practice. Letting go of any tension in the body. Letting go of the busyness of your day so far. And then take a moment to reflect on your motivation for practicing today. And see if you can set an inspiring motivation that extends beyond being beneficial for yourself, but that it would be beneficial for those around you as well. I'm practicing today to benefit not only myself, but all of those people in my life and beyond. And let's bring our attention to the muscles in our face. Notice sensations in the muscles around your eyes, the hinge of your jaw, perhaps even the back of your head. Notice the sensations that you're feeling, whether they feel good or not. Simply knowing those sensations. And perhaps in the knowing of any tension, there is an opportunity to just see if you can relax a little bit while simply still being present with those sensations that remain. Bring awareness to your mouth. Notice any sensations on the surface of your lips, air movement or tingling. Notice the sensation of your tongue on the inside of your mouth. Bringing awareness to the sensation of the tongue, perhaps behind the teeth or at the roof of the mouth. And you're most likely only able to stay with a sense of presence with these sensations for a few moments before you get lost. And the training here is to return your attention back to the sensations that we're working with each time you notice you're no longer connected to that sense of knowing. Bring awareness to your shoulders and your neck. In between your shoulder blades. And if you're not able to relax any tension, see if you can be with the tension and just allow it to be. Bring awareness to your arms, starting with your upper arms. You might notice air movement or the feeling of your clothing on the surface of your skin. Knowing those sensations that are most likely there all the time and you just don't notice them. Bringing awareness down to your forearms and hands. Then notice any sensations in the palms of your hands. Sometimes there can be this sense of tingling or almost energy movement. So bring awareness to those sensations happening in your palms. And then bring awareness to sensations in your chest. You might be able to notice the feeling of your heartbeat, or that sensation of the chest rising and falling naturally with the breath. All we're doing here is knowing these sensations. Returning again and again to noticing these sensations with awareness. When you find that you might be thinking about your day, your task list, caught up or lost, time and time again, returning to the sensations in the body with a sense of knowing. And then moving your awareness down to your belly. Notice the feeling of your belly rising and falling with the breath. Allow the breathing to be natural. Allow the belly to relax. And see if you can notice those moments, that pull of distraction, and then returning to the support of the feeling of our belly to remind us when we're disconnected from this sense of present awareness. And then bring awareness down to your legs. Notice sensations in your thighs. Experience that feeling of being supported by the chair on the backs of your legs. Notice sensations in your knees, shins, and calves. And even if you don't feel much of any sensation, knowing that is enough, knowing the lack of sensation. Bring awareness to your feet and the soles of your feet. Similar to the palms of your hands, perhaps there's that tingling, a feeling of perhaps even energy, or that feeling of your feet being supported by the ground below you. And as you're doing this practice, you may find that thoughts come and go. And as long as you're still connected to this sense of knowing, it's okay. Allow the thoughts to come, allow the thoughts to go. As long as you're connected to the sense of awareness, doesn't matter. And now bring awareness to the body as a whole. Notice how it feels after bathing your whole body in this awareness, this sense of knowing. And whatever has come up from the practice, positive, difficult, doesn't, anything is welcome here. Noticing a positive experience and noticing a difficult experience, the awareness is there. It's part of the training. Training to see what's going on in our own minds. And now bring a light awareness to the breath, if that feels good for you. If not, you can continue to just notice sensations in the body. So either resting awareness on the breath or sensations in the body. Take the next few moments to continue to be present and aware. See if you can allow the experience to be as it is, regardless of whether you're having a good practice or a difficult practice. Allow whatever is happening to be. See if you can just remain connected to either the breath or the sensations in the body. And on the next out breath, see if you can have a sense of relaxation at the end of the breath and release and allow the mind to rest in a sense of open, spacious awareness. There's a gap at the end of the out breath, and resting your mind there, resting in that awareness that's free from object, that open, spacious awareness. And you may find within this open space of awareness that thoughts come, emotions come and go, not resisting, not attaching, simply noticing, being with. And as we're concluding our practice today, taking a moment to really just dedicate the benefit. So may this practice that we've done be of benefit, not just to ourselves and our own well being, but may it be of benefit to others as well. May it have a positive impact that ripples forth into those people that we know and even those people that we don't know and beyond. Okay, and if your eyes have been closed, simply open your eyes and take a moment to notice how you're feeling as a result of doing that practice. And I would love to hear from you in the chat if you want to share maybe a word or two about how that practice was. The thing about meditation is that it can oftentimes be an up and down experience, and we can enter into the practice expecting that it's going to yield a certain result, and sometimes it can be disappointing when that doesn't happen. But really, here we're allowing for all experiences to be okay. Awareness is present with positive experiences or negative experiences. And so just seeing if we can be with the ups and downs of experience without trying to resist what feels maybe bad or unpleasant, resisting those moments where our mind may be active, and seeing if we can be with a sense of awareness and a sense of acceptance with what's happening in our experience. Yeah. And I find this practice to be really helpful in many, many ways. Sensations in the body for some people can be a very helpful support. I find for me, when I'm having difficulty, if I've woken up in the middle of the night and I can't fall back asleep, I find it very helpful to bring awareness to my body and notice the sensations of agitation, maybe when I can't fall back asleep, and seeing if I can just in the light of that awareness relax just a little bit in my body bit by bit. And I oftentimes am able to fall back asleep as a result of doing this practice. But bodily sensations can be beneficial as well. You know, if you're working in front of your computer all day long, if you're an essential worker, or perhaps if you're home with your children, you know, tuning into the sensations of the body can give us cues around our emotional landscape and even our thoughts as well. So here we're just training our mind step by step to recognize our innate capacity to know what's going on in our own minds. All right, so I've got a couple of people checking in, relaxed and calm. Wonderful. Saw a couple of other people join here from Chicago and Wisconsin. Wonderful. Well, if you feel inspired to continue training your mind in this way, and you haven't done so already, check out the Healthy Minds program app, tryhealthyminds.org. And it's a program that's freely offered as a result of the generosity of our donors. So take advantage. And if you feel inspired to donate yourself, you can always do so within the app. We really want to bring this program to as many people as possible to reduce suffering in the world through helping people train their mind in these qualities that are really beneficial to well-being. And we're continuing to do our practices next week, Monday. Daniela will be teaching in Spanish at 5 p.m. Central, and I'll be back again on Tuesday at noon, both here as well as on the Now This News Facebook Live. And looking forward to seeing you next week. Check our schedule on our Facebook page. We post it every week, and you can find out all the opportunities to come back together and meditate. So thanks so much for training your mind with me, doing this body scan, and look forward to seeing you next week.